all religions and mythologies, woman is created after man. You know why? Because man is the draft of the God. Let's imagine you are all sexually healthy and attractive men, okay? Even you then. Just imagine. I know it's hard, but just imagine. And let's say every day we need it. Was it too optimistic then? Okay, let's say once in a month we need it.
What do you think?
What is burlesque?
Where the girls like dance and put on a show and you watch.
Are they gonna be like naked?
I don't know.
Topless?
I don't know.
Well, yes.
I'm done.
Uh-oh.
Hey guys, welcome back to 90 Fiance Season 11, Episode 13. So today we're gonna do Sarper and Shekinah and Stevi and Mahdi. Sarper and Shekinah first. So they're going on a nice walk and I'm thinking, wow, what happened? Because you know, in the last episode they got into that huge fight and then she walked off and she said that she didn't want to marry him.
I pushed your reset button and here we are.
But just because we had makeup sex does not mean that everything's okay.
Excuse me?
Oh, okay. He said that he didn't plan that and it was just an animal instinct, but he's glad that he did it.
Something happened in the middle of the night. I couldn't think with this head, another head, and I just sneaked to the upstairs like a tiger.
He said that when they woke up the next morning, everything became good again.
I'm glad I have this.
Oh my god, Sarper. But she kind of said that they still got a lot of things to work on and they can't fix everything by using sex.
Damn right.
So then they sit down and she's like, I know you're going through a lot of changes, but that's no reason to take it out on me. We need to have communication. But he said that he did come to her and he didn't go out to rent another place and he's always trying to keep a connection. But she's like, no, that makes it worse because I feel your cold energy. Like, what? Just talk to him about it if you feel that cold energy then.
Right now I cannot work, I cannot make money. I'm just using my savings. I feel trapped and that makes me concerned, that makes me anxious and depressed. My mistake was not to come to you and tell you that.
Yeah.
But she said, the way you treat me directly reflects how I am towards you. And if you don't like it, then you need to treat me better. And then Sarper tells her to touch him.
What?
Because if she's not touching him, then she becomes a bitch. Like, what? Watching them is so weird to me because none of them make sense.
That electricity between us. Yeah, look, you're smiling. I love it.
You called me a bitch.
Touch. You love my chest. Yes. Yeah, when you are laughing, you are so beautiful in my eyes.
Thanks.
Y'all, what the fuck am I watching? But then she kind of says that if he doesn't change and be better, then she doesn't want to marry him. So now it's the next day and she kind of setting up her new practice. Thank God.
Took you long enough.
When I was working in my live workspace, every time I had a client, I'd have to tell Sarper to leave. Now he doesn't have to leave the house multiple times a day. So, yeah, that's the good part.
So Sarper arrives and it's a bit awkward. He's just staring at her handyman and so he leaves because, duh, why are you staring at that man like that?
I don't care.
So then after he leaves, he's like, who is he? And she's like, oh, that's my handyman.
When I pictured, in my mind, handyman is something else, you know? In Turkey, handyman is a goofy guy, sweaty guy, messy guy, chubby guy.
Oh.
That actually took me by surprise because knowing how Sarper is, I thought that he would actually like say it meant something different because, you know, the name handyman. So I thought he'll like think of it in a sexual way. But no, he was actually pretty normal with it.
No, my bad. I'm sorry.
Anyways, he's upset and she's like, ugh, do you know why I'm wearing this wig? It's because I'm losing my hair. You've been stressing me out, Sarper.
I do feel like my body is reacting to that. I tend to lose my hair when I'm stressed out. So I've seen like a lot coming off of my brush. That freaks me out. So I'm wearing a wig to give my natural hair a break.
Oh my gosh, Sarper needs to be careful before she goes bald.
Girl. Me too.
Now he brings up that in Turkey, handymans are called fork because they don't wear belts and when they bend over, their butt crack shows and it looks like a fork.
When you see the fork, you say, this is a good handyman. I hope this guy wears a belt.
He does have a belt. He's not that kind
How
of...
do you know? Oh my God, Shekinah.
Hate to see her go, but I love to watch her leave.
Anyways, she's like, don't you like what I'm doing for you? I moved into a much smaller space for you. And he's like, it's small but good. In Turkey, we say, just like a butthole.
You just made that up.
Y'all. Sarper be cracking me up. Oh my gosh.
I really
You
love
just
it.
called my room a butthole.
Well, yes.
Small it means. It's a Turkish saying, you know. But it's cute, baby.
my
Look at
God.
this beautiful place. And you do it for our relationship, you know.
But Shekinah says that now that their house is empty, he can finally focus on his comedy now. But she's worried that people are not gonna laugh because, you know, Sarper really isn't that funny. But he said that he's gonna take a risk and see. And if nobody laughs, that's fine because he'll be laughing at himself, which, you know, is good, I guess. Oh my gosh.
You want to see my fork at all?
Show me that little butt crack, babe.
Wow.
Looks so good.
Cute butthole. I love it.
So now it's the next day and Sarper's practicing his routine on those poor dogs that seem to be suffering.
Kill me now.
They get to the comedy show and her friends show up to support him, including Dan.
Man, all right, baby.
What the fuck?
He's looking at her like, why the fuck did you invite him? So he's trying to walk away, but she kind of tells him to stop.
Babe, you can't just walk away. He's here to support you.
Nah.
He's literally Sarper's biggest hater. But they do this awkward handshake and then they do this awkward stare and oh my gosh, you guys, it's so bad.
I want to go home.
So she kind of has to jump in and she's like, oh my gosh, Dan, can you please laugh?
Fuck no, baby.
And he's like, well, I don't know if I'm gonna laugh, but let's see if he's good enough. But that makes no sense. You're literally here to support him.
Oh my God. I mean, okay, I understood your friends, but what is then?
He's one of
I know
the
it is.
friends.
Girl, make some new friends.
I got a phone call from Josh who told me that Sarper is having a comedy show tonight. Usually Shekinah calls me, so I don't know if he was a bit fishy, but I still want to join the gang and try to have fun tonight.
Oh, so it's Josh's fault.
Stupid bitch.
And be supportive.
I'm not sure about that.
Bro, don't.
Anyways, people perform and they're really good, and that makes Sarper really nervous because he feels like people won't get it because of the cultural difference. But now it's his turn, and the first half is really, really bad.
As men, 90% of our lives are spent just trying to settle him down. I want this. Relax, dude. Oh my God. Let's go. Stop it. Calm down.
Actually, the whole thing was bad. Like, y'all, I was getting secondhand embarrassment. The whole thing was really cringy. And the fact that I had to watch it twice because the first time I really couldn't watch it. I literally like walked away from the TV. But now I gotta watch it again to explain it to you guys. Oh my gosh, it was so bad. But also, he throws a dig at Dan, which honestly was the only funny part about his whole performance.
Let's imagine you are all sexually healthy and attractive men. Even you, Dan. Just imagine. I know it's hard, but just imagine. And let's say every day we need it. Was it too optimistic then? Okay, let's say once in a month we need it.
Oh my God. I'm so embarrassed. I'm trying to be supportive, but I just want this to be over.
And then after he insults Dan, he's like, oh my gosh, you guys, men don't think with their brains, just their dick. My dick wakes up at 3 a.m. and it tells me to text her. So when you see a wet emoji and an eggplant emoji, it's not me, it's my dick. And the crowd is silent. Oh.
He does. Thank you, guys.
Brother, this guy stinks.
Weirdest performance I've ever seen. What a dick.
But actually, I'm gonna go watch it again.
A few minutes later.
I'm back from watching it again. It wasn't that bad the third time, okay? After the third time, it's like, it's bearable, but but he said that it wasn't that bad, and it was 5 minutes, but it passed by so quickly. And Shekinah's like, why did you take it so far with a joke about Dan?
Fuck that bitch.
I didn't plan that, babe.
You did not.
No, I
plan
didn't
that.
plan to
Yes,
make anything
you
with
did.
Dan. Yeah, it was just a moment.
You just thought of it right then?
It's man-to-man jokes.
It was so rude.
I'm here to tell you right now, we don't care. Let me tell you something. We don't care. Jerry.
So Dan is like, I'm not talking to you. And Shekinah's like, what? What did I say?
I think he's highly insecure about me.
Nigga, no.
What?
So Shekinah tells Sarper that Dan is upset, and Sarper says that he doesn't care. And she's like, come on, he's in my friend group. So they start fighting, and Dan is happy because hello, they're fighting. But Sarper doesn't care. He said that Dan started it, so all he's doing is finishing it.
He was disrespectful, very disrespectful to me in our first meeting. I made it even, 1-1.
And that's where their segment ends. I think in the next episode, Shekinah like tells him to go like apologize or make up for Dan or something. But then we find out that Dan is like super rich because he lives in a house that looks like a castle. Not like those nice castles. It looks like he's trying to make a castle out of clay. It doesn't look nice to me, but whatever. Stevi and Mahdi. So Stevi and Mahdi got 3 days left until the wedding. So she comes out to show him her wedding dress, but he's not with it at all.
It makes you look old.
Huh?
That is so funny, but also not funny, but also really funny because that's kind of what she deserves because of her behavior lately. But yeah.
That's what you get. That's what you fucking get, bitch.
Like the flower
flowers?
print. Yeah, the flower
You know,
prints
really-
in Iran are like for older people.
Then I definitely can't wear it.
No.
Okay.
I actually like the dress, but I feel like she should have like pinched it back so we can actually see what it looks like because it looked too big on her. Anyways, they're heading to New Orleans for their bachelor party. They get to their hotel and I hate it. It looks cluttered. They also got framed bugs and they're all real.
Lord have mercy.
Yeah.
We have those at home in my backyard. They come inside
Don't tell me.
sometimes. No, really.
Are these real?
Yeah.
Or just the same size?
Yeah, we have those in my backyard.
Oh my god.
I'm just kidding.
Oh my god.
The only nice thing there is the bed. But Maddie's nervous about their bachelor party because her friends booked a burlesque.
It's a burlesque show.
You're very close, but you're not quite there. But not there at all. Just keep doing what you're doing, but not exactly that.
What is burlesque?
Where the girls like dance and put on a show and you watch.
Are they gonna be like naked?
I don't know.
Topless?
I don't know.
Really, nigga?
So that doesn't ease his concerns at all.
I feel like I shouldn't do this. What if I see something and I start going back to the question that is?
If your girl likes pussy, she does.
It's obvious.
Anyways, Maddie meets up with one of his close friends, Saeed, and he tells us that they met through learning English together. And he's happy that he's here because he's the only one that can truly understand his situation. So they're talking, but then he drops that he saw naked paintings of women and how he was okay with it until he found out that she paints women live. And one of them will be at her bachelor party.
My brain is just like visualizing everything that she's topless in front of my wife and I'm not comfortable.
I'm just concerned about my friend getting into a married life with an American girl he barely knows.
So then he's like, what is it that bothers you about the paintings? And he said, because I think she's bi. And Saeed is like, oh. But then he drops that after they get married, more of her past can come up.
Yeah.
So Saeed kind of hates Stevi now because Maddie's doing a lot for Stevi and Stevi doesn't seem to care.
I just feel super guilty that I'm telling you this and I just wish that you don't see any differently about her.
Oh shit! Oh shit!
Hey.
Oh my gosh, he's here.
Oh shit!
So Maddie's like, damn, I fucked up. I shouldn't have asked Saeed for advice because now he's gonna hate Stevi. And yup, he sure does.
Fuck that bitch.
So now all three of them go on a walk and he asks her what her family thinks about Maddie. And she's like, well, it was a last minute thing because his arrival got moved up really fast before I could even tell them anything. And Saeed finds that very suspicious.
Cause that shit don't even make no sense.
She's in the habit of keeping a secret until the very last second. And that's just to make everybody behave in the way she likes. There are also other things that she's hiding from him until very few seconds before it happens.
Oh my God, Saeed is on it.
Wow. That was so powerful.
But now it's just Stevi and Saeed, and he's straight up like, do you care about him and his concerns, or are you just being selfish? And she's like, what? What made you think that? And he's like, Maddie left everything behind, and I don't see that you sacrificed anything for him.
I understand that Maddie has sacrificed a lot to be with me, but so have I. Because I don't really let people close to me ever.
What?
Congratulations, you just said the stupidest shit I have heard all day.
That doesn't seem much of a sacrifice to me, but...
Right, what type of answer was that?
I'm also trying to formulate what Maddie has said about me to make him feel this way.
He said you buy it and you won't come out the closet. But Stevi tells him that Maddie is a grown man and he can make his own choices. And she doesn't like how he's making it seem like she's the enemy and she doesn't want him to mess anything up.
He doesn't really know me or my intentions. Act like I'm some sort of enemy or out to get his friend is extremely rude to me.
And that's where their segment ends. So far, I do like Sayid because like he sees through the bullshit. Yeah, fuck Stevi, because it's true. What did you sacrifice? Oh my gosh, I let him get close to me and I never let people get close to me. What?
And I'm gonna touch your hand when I say this. When I said that you're not special, I meant that.
Anyways, that's the end of this video. But wait, and I give a super thanks to 12 super thanks. Yes, the printer is working now. Actually, it wasn't the printer's fault. It was my phone's fault. My Wi-Fi wasn't connected to the printer. Oops. The first one is Mini Lemonini. Thank you. You're not my scrapbook again. Exclusively exclusive. Thank you. You're not my scrapbook again. Vintage Victoria. Thank you. You're not my scrapbook. Vic. Thank you. You're also my scrapbook. CTC, thank you. You're not my scrapbook again. Denny Miles, thank you. You're not my scrapbook. Beatles, thank you. You're also my scrapbook again. Suman, thank you. You're not my scrapbook. Liz Sharpay, thank you. You're also my scrapbook again. It's Bay, thank you. You're not my scrapbook again. Teresa May, thank you. You're also my scrapbook again. And last but not least, CTC, thank you. Your super thanks got held because you custed it. So I didn't see it for 2 weeks until now. But thank you. You're not my scrapbook again. Thank you so much for watching. The other super thanks that I got for Love After Lockup will be in my next Love After Lockup video. Please leave your thoughts in the comments below. Please like, share, and subscribe. Thank you. Bye.